Hello friends, today I would like to discuss about how to secure your computer password, your laptop password, or else your Wi-Fi password, your email accounts passwords, and your mobile passwords. Okay, so let's get started now. I have written some steps here to go by one. Let's start with Wi-Fi. Okay, now how to secure your Wi-Fi. So if you want to secure your Wi-Fi, you have to change your Wi-Fi name and password. Okay, most important thing is you should not put a default password. Most of the times the default password will be 12345678, and for every internet service provider the default password varies. Okay, so you have to change the default password. Call customer care to know the process, like how to change the Wi-Fi name and also the Wi-Fi password. If they tell you the process, you can change the Wi-Fi password every day or else every week. Because why you have to change the Wi-Fi password? Because the Wi-Fi password will be numbers only, and numbers can be easily cracked within 2 to 3 hours. And if it is not necessary for a hacker to hack the Wi-Fi password, anyone can do it, because lots of Android applications are there where we have to select only the Wi-Fi name, the application will itself do it. Don't try hack attempt or else hacking Wi-Fi password, because it's a serious crime. We in our Hyderabad we have a cyber crime law, AP State Cyber Crime Department we have it, or Telangana Cyber Crime Department. There is a law, like you will be ended up in jail for 7-8 years if you do that. So be careful for doing it. You should not do even for your Wi-Fi password. Okay, never do any hack attempt, or whether it's a your application or your friend's application, whoever it is. Okay, why you have to secure? Because if anyone hacks your Wi-Fi password and if he uploads the piracy movie in any of the website, right, so they will trace you, like because the hacker is using your internet service provider. If any terrorist hacks your Wi-Fi provider, you will be in serious trouble. So that's the reason why you have to change your Wi-Fi password. Okay, do not use open Wi-Fi networks. Let's say you are going somewhere on the road, you will see the at the traffic signal you will see the open Wi-Fi. Once your mobile will be automatically connected, or whether you may connect to open Wi-Fi. So what happens? So hackers will put such open Wi-Fi network, so that if you connect to it, whatever you browse, hacker can see it with nothing but your username, password, whatever you are searching, whatever mails you are sending, he can see it. Okay, now how to secure computer password? Why we have to secure computer password, I'll come later. Okay, put strong password. So your password should be combination of lowercase, uppercase letters and some special characters. Don't keep the default password, or else default accounts, like by default Windows operating system will have administrator without password, or else the guest user without. You have to disable both, or else put a strong password for them. Okay, that is the thing. And put a two-factor authentication. Download any Windows trusted software, two-factor authentication software. That means if you install the software, you have to put additional password to it. However you can do it, if you search it, you will get it. You all know that file or folder locker, right? If you download the folder locker application, you can give password to particular folder, or else you can give the particular password to the sensitive files like Windows, PDF, 7-zip. All these by default have the password protection. If you see the 7-zip application, it has the feature. Good, search in Google for how to set password using 7-zip. For example, I'll show you. Sorry, I entered wrong domain. Okay, how to set password using 7-zip. Search it. 7-zip provides facility, WinRAR provides facility, PDF, Word, how to put password, Word. This all by default provides the feature to put the password to the sensitive documents. I'm not going to tell you the steps, I'm just giving you a clue that this can happen. You have to Google it and you have to do it. Okay, and most important thing is, let's say that you have your personal laptop, and maybe your cousins will come to your home and they can use it. Suppose I don't trust, because being a security engineer, I trust anyone, even I don't trust myself. Okay, so one important thing for you to remember is you have to put two accounts. One is for you with the administrator with the administrator privileges. You can use that whenever, but if someone wants to use your computer, you have to create one more user in your computer with a guest privileges. I mean, guest user without privileges. You can search in Google how to create a user in a laptop without privileges. So what happens, if you lock your user and if you give as a guest user to him, once he logged in as a guest user, he cannot install any softwares, he cannot install spyware, virus or trojans. Okay, he can hardly have the permissions of read only, he cannot delete your stuff or mess up with your laptop. Okay, the other important thing is that you have to encrypt your devices, encrypt your drives. We have the feature by default, Windows gives the feature to encrypt the complete drive. If let's say turn on BitLocker on, put a password to unlock the drive. So if someone steals your hard disk, right, everything data will be encrypted, the data will be encrypted. So once your system restarts, it will ask for the password to look into the drives. Okay, and however, as you put the two-factor authentication, that's important. So system restore, let's say that you think that your system, you install some application in your system and you may think that it has some virus or something, or you got panic. So you can use the system restore feature to go back to particular date. Let's say I installed some application today and I think it might contain keylogger or spyware feature. So what I'll do is I'll go back to 2 days before. So what happens, the software which I installed today, it will be erased, the binary functions. Okay, you read more about the system restore, what it will do, what it doesn't do. Okay, now let's see. Now we talked about Wi-Fi, securing Wi-Fi and securing your system, right? I'm going pretty fast because I'm not going in depth. Okay, and also you have to secure your computer. You have to set up account lockout feature for your computer. That means if someone enters wrong password for your computer for more than 3 times, it should lock out. For that you have to Google it for how to put it like now, how to set a account lockout in Windows. Okay, you have to go to click run gpedit, group policy editor, double click Windows settings, security settings, account policies, then account lockout policy. I am directly navigating you there, here itself. Okay, account lockout threshold. Okay, if someone enters wrong password for 4 times in my system, okay, if he enters for more than, the account lockout duration is 30 minutes. It's too much, I'm reducing it to 15 minutes. Okay, now what happens, if someone enters the wrong password for my system for more than 4 times, my account will be locked for 15 minutes. I'm not putting the much time, because by mistaken if I enter, sometimes my system will be locked and I cannot do the work. So I'm just putting 15 minutes. So we have to be careful with the time too. Okay, that is an important thing, to set up the time and account number of invalid accounts. Okay, now email. What happened? Sign in, right? Let's say I'm trying to show you something, right? When I enter my password, it doesn't allow to log in. It will send the verification code to my mobile. You can set up such features for the banking accounts and for Google Gmail account too. So no one will have my, even if the hacker knows my password, he cannot log in, because the security code will be sent to my phone and he will not be having my phone, right? So search in Google for Gmail two-factor authentication setup, two-factor authentication. Okay, it will take you here, it will show you the procedure, like how it works. Get started, you have to click here. That's it, you can understand easily, read about it. You might have a question like if mobile network sometimes I don't receive the SMS. For that, Gmail is giving 10 default backup codes. You have to secure that. You note down somewhere else. If you don't get the SMS, you can use the backup codes. Okay. Or else even if you change the numbers, you can also use the multiple phone numbers, not just yours. You can give your home number also. Okay. Two-factor authentication, email, two-factor authentication. Okay. And email, right? Let's say that if you think that you have most important emails in your email, okay, so you don't like if someone hacks into your email account, you will lose lots of important data. For that, there is some feature is already available, like like email forwarding Gmail. So you have to give the other email details in this. What happens, whatever mails you have in your email account, it will be forwarded to other email, so you are maintaining backup copy of it. So read about it, do some research, you will be understanding it. Always maintain one backup email, so that whatever emails I get, it will be forwarded to my personal email, like other alternate email. Understood? So even if it gets hacked, it won't be having much impact on me, because I already have the enough data with me. Okay, this is very complex, you can't do it. I just don't want to discuss about it. Okay, how to secure Android phone, right? Let's say that most of the phones, like if we take someone phones and if we open it it will be in sleep mode, but if you click on one button, we can access all the features in it, right? We have to put a password to the phone, like we should use the strong password. This fingerprint, photo ID, these all can be bypassed. You should not use the pin. You have to use the pin. You can use it, at least is for your convenience, but you have to use a password with a combination of letters and digits. Okay. Two-factor password, you can also download the Android two-factor applications. Okay, let's say you think that someone installed virus or something in your phone. Even phone has the factory reset settings. You just search it. Like what happens if you use that factory reset settings, the day you bought the phone, right? How it looks on the day, you can see the same like that itself. Like I mean to say, it looks like new phone. Everything will be erased. All the applications will be uninstalled. So it will be like brand new. Okay. Download the external applications like application locker, because what happens, let's say someone takes your phone, says that he has to make one phone call, and he knows your Gmail account. He go to Gmail address and he gives your email address and he says forgot password, and password will be sent to your as an SMS, or else it will send you some not just password, it will send you password reset pin. Once if you enter that pin, you can change password, right? So he can hack your Gmail or personal accounts using your phone also. So for that, you have to lock your SMS. That's very important thing. You have to encrypt the memory card data. If your phone is lost, if someone takes the memory card, right, then you can see all your photos and personal contents. Like Android phone encryption, I'll show you the feature. I'm not digging into deep, I'm just talking overview. Like in the security tab, if you go to security tab in the Android phone, you can see that feature. Where is that feature? Here is the one, encrypt phone. Can you see the feature? What happens every time you switch off and switch on the phone, it will ask for the pin to decrypt the data. So if someone takes your memory card, he cannot see the data. So that's the best feature, to put the password and also to encrypt the like memory card data. Okay. Install phone logger in your application, because if someone asks your phone and if he says some, like if he does anything, you can track it, like whether he has installing anything or something like that. Don't install voice recorder to track what he is recording. Again, it's a crime. Okay. Once if you lose the phone, give the police complaint immediately, otherwise you will be in deep trouble. As I said, if some terrorist makes a phone call from your number, you just press hash star hash 06 hash, take down the IMEI number and store it in your email address or somewhere on papers. Okay, don't give laptop and phone to others, because unknowingly if they download any software and install it, that might contain keylogger feature, virus, trojan, worm, backdoor, rootkits. Like it might, so once if anything is installed, whatever you do, right, they will track it. Okay, so in order to secure your phone, first phone, what you have to do, you have to give a pin or password and you have to encrypt the device, and you have to install some antivirus feature, antivirus software. Antivirus, lots of antivirus is free in Google Play. You can download the trusted one like McAfee or Kaspersky or Norton. Okay, watch at least 50 hours of videos of securing laptop, phone or emails. Things doesn't happen just like this. Okay, you have to go through all the steps. Don't enter passwords in the email. Like whenever you get any of the email, you have to click on that link, right? If you click on that link, it will ask for username and password. If you enter the username password in that, hacker can see the passwords, because that's the phishing link. So whenever you have to enter username and password, just type that URL in the browser. Okay, and don't do any spelling mistakes. A little spelling mistakes can redirect you to phishing page. Okay, always use HTTPS site. Even though if the website is opened in HTTP, just put HTTPS, because hackers in your network will force your visiting site to not to open in HTTPS mode. That feature is called HTTP strip. That is the feature where hackers use to forcibly use HTTP. Okay, don't install some torrent applications, because if they install, like, the important files from your computer will be uploaded to torrent. Okay, that's the thing. Search in Google for what is keylogger, trojan, virus, worm, spywares. You will be understanding it. Okay, whenever, if you were too bothered about securing your computer, right, so do one thing: install VMware in your computer or VirtualBox and download Windows Image VirtualBox. Okay, whenever you have to install any software in that, you install in this to test it. Okay, Windows VirtualBox. And whenever you have to log in into banking applications, you can log in from your browser, not from the Windows box. Okay, it's good if you use the two-factor authentication. Whenever we use two-factor authentication, what happens? We'll be getting an SMS to our phone, right? So that is to our SIM card. So we have to put the SIM card in non-smartphone, because the smartphone data can be stolen using Bluetooth hacks or else Wi-Fi hacks or some spywares. Non-smartphone is like ordinary phone, will not be vulnerable or hackable to all these things. Okay, that's it. I hope you all secure your computer, laptop or email accounts or Wi-Fi with this. Thank you.